Alright, so this video I'm going to give you a review of the new Kindle 3. This is what it looks like when it's on sleep mode. They have different screensavers. Turning it on takes just a second. Okay, so let's take a look at the home screen. First off, I'll show you the hardware. It's got the volume, everything's here on the bottom. Microphone, headphone jack, the power slide right there. It's got the keyboard. And these two smaller page turn buttons on each side. There's two speakers on the back, top corner here on the rounded edge. Okay, so this is what the home screen looks like. You can sort things by most recent, title, author, and collections. To start collections, you just go on an eBook and push right on the new nav button down here, and you get these different options here to add it to collections, and you can search it and do notes and stuff like that. Okay, so other pages, your archived items will show up in a different section. They're all back on Amazon, backed up on Amazon. Okay, so let's take a look at an ebook here. So there are a number of different settings for font size. Here, I'll go ahead and switch to macro so you can get a really good close-up. I'll go ahead and switch the sizes down here, and we'll preview them up there. This is the smallest. Quite a bit of words on the screen that way. This is the largest font size. Super huge. I like it right around here. It'll go one up so you can see it on the camera a little better. Alright, so other options are you move the little cursor right here, and it moves the cursor on the screen. Moves around pretty quick. You can look up definitions this way. Brings up a little caption. It's at the bottom of the screen, or it moves at the top of the screen right here. And if you hit enter, it'll take you to the dictionary. You can also change the dictionaries on this Kindle. Alright, I'm going to go back to mobile mode here so you can see it better. Alright, so some other options are text-to-speech. You can just turn it on by going like that, using the shift and symbol button.
His cutlass and loosened the blade in the sheath, and all the time we were waiting there, he kept swallowing as if he felt one.
There's different settings for text-to-speech. You can go slower.
Strode the captain, slammed the door behind him, Velkin materials looking to the right or left, and marched straight across the room to where his breakfast awaited him. "Bill," said the stranger in a voice that I thought he had tried to make bold and big. The captain spun around on his heel and fronted us. All the brown had...
And there's also a female voice.
The nose was blue. He had the look of a man who sees a ghost, or the evil one, or something worse, if anything can be, and upon my word, I felt sorry to see him all in a moment turn so old and sick.
"Come, Bill, you know me. You know an old shipmate, Bill, surely," said the stranger. The captain made a sort of gasp. "Black dog," said he. "And who else?" returned the other, getting more at his ease. "Black dog as ever was. Comfort to see his old shipmate, Billy, at the..."
Alright, so enough of that. So you can also highlight. You move the cursor down, and you click it to start a highlight. And you can add notes as well by typing on the keyboard. Keyboard works pretty good. That'll save it to a mic clippings folder that's on your home screen. You can also access it by going into the menu right here, where you can also check the book description. You can turn popular highlights on and off. It'll show you what the most popular highlights are in the book from other Kindle users around the world. and how many times it's been highlighted. Alright, some other options, of course, are search. You can go to page. It's got a table of contents. You can go to that. Let's move on to some other features here. Let's go back to the home screen. I'll show you the web browser. It's up here in the menu. You go down to experimental. Launch browser. It's also got an MP3 player. You can turn it on and off by all the space. Oops. Skip tracks by Alt F. And you can just turn it back on and off again by doing that. Okay, so here's the browser. It'll show the whole page like this. This is just the regular no zoom. You can zoom in. There's several different settings. 250 or 150, 200, 300 actual size. You can also go into landscape mode. Scroll around the page using the button right here and go up and down by using the page turn buttons. It's got the, when you use the scroll, bust out this little mouse that goes to the hyperlinks. Loads pretty quickly. It's not blazing fast or anything, but it's browser's a little bit better than I thought it would be. It's definitely a lot better than the old Kindle browser, which could only go on mobile sites. So once it's done loading, I'll go ahead and change the orientation here. I wish there was a hotkey for the changing the orientation instead of going there every time, but as it is, that's how you do it. Okay, so you can set bookmarks with the browser. It's still loading, so hold on a second. You can enter URL, go to article mode. Here, I'll show you that. Let's go to a article site first. So I've noticed that there isn't any hotkeys for the browser. You gotta wait till it loads. You can also hit stop here. I might as well hit stop. We'll go to an article. So here's the zoom. It'll automatically put that box up there for the zoom. Let's go ahead and click on an article. Okay, so it's obviously kind of hard to read in this mode, and you can zoom it in, or you can use article mode, which will remove all the extra columns, the headings, and all that stuff, and just focus on the text of the column. Sometimes it has pictures, sometimes it doesn't. This one, pictures showed up, but it'll put it in to a much more easy to read format here, so it's like an ebook form. And of course, you can change the orientation. It's back on out of here. When you go back, it'll go back to the original page. Alright, so the last thing I'll show you here is you can shop the Kindle store directly from the Kindle, of course. Quick way to do it is to hit Alt and go to Home. It's also in the menu. So it's not, you can shop using the browser going to Amazon's site, or you can use this is sort of like a mobile version of the Kindle store. You can get books and newspapers. Book layouts, something like this. So it's broken down into different categories. Browsing works like this. You can type in searches and view subcategories. So the main book description page, you can buy it just by clicking directly on there. You can check out the customer reviews. Tells you all the information. You can read the customer reviews. Alright, so that's about it. This wraps up the Kindle 3 review. Make sure to check the ebookreader.com for the written review and updates and more information on how to get free subscriptions and stuff like that for the Kindle.